song on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like, ooh, I got a, and a, yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sookie now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me, and they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of foxy mamas, but I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta, even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta, and she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me, made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, I still gotta, I still gotta. You must be knowing here. You see these grown people talking, what you doing here? I gotta have a mind to hit you with a stitch you, get up off the wall, go on, get it moving here. Yeah, I'm just catching the vibe. I told the valet, take your time, it might get a ride. Floating through the front door, my mind is a tie. Good Lord, mama, you know you looking divine. I had to turn around, double take a look at that. Girl, you got good taste, where you cook it at? You can mingle with the cool kids. I'm out here sweating like a preacher in a pool pit.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go. Fight, kick. Ready.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have the short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
It's going to be caught by Pitts, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Fight, wait. Claws red.
Here's Young from the shotgun. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Young. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Howell. A quick throw, but incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
That second down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Ready. Watch out now. 52. Black shot. Plastic. Stick. Steel. Black. Red. Cycle. Hut. Hut.
Following the interception, Young. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Young looks to throw on first down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, here's Abanikanda. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That good for 19 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Young now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Israel Abanikanda from 3 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap, and again to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, Howell's going to mix it up here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now Howell. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing here, Howell. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. And Howell will throw it. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They went backwards for the safety last time they had it. Fortunately, they get the ball back on the turnover, and now they'll begin with a 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Young. Left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
10 cycles. Ready?
It's Young on 1st down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Young to throw it.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Ready?
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Plastic, stick, steel, black, red, cycle. Set.
To the air once more, Young. Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go play action. Howell.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Howell down to throw it.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one.
I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
First down, Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Young working out of the gun. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. Again, it's Young. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Faking the handoff, Howell. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long, here's Howell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. How about this? And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Black shot. Set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Field black. Red cycle. Cut.
Now Young. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now here's Young. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Young. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Touchdown! Kyle Pitts from 17 yards out. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead. McPherson on for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Falcons 35, Vikings 16. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. One last shot before the break. Howell. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Young now from the 50. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
To throw, Young. That is caught. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll throw again. Young. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And quickly they get to the line.
3. Hey, 3.
2nd down.
Ball's ready. Ready.
2nd down, Young. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Let's go.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
18 Cardinal.
Back to throw, Howell. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They're going for it with Dobbins. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team is.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. J.K. Dobbins, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Vikings 23. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. It's Young on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Young is intercepted for the third time this game. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. And now here is another interception. He may go. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Falcons 58, Vikings 23.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Howell going to audible to something else. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Will Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. And Howell will throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Will Anderson
Getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
10 cycles. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Black shot. Blaster. 6. Ready.
Young on 3rd down.
And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Kyle Pitts,
42 yards.
and the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
Now Howell. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tariq Castro Fields drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Falcon football.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Young looks to throw on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. On 1st and 10, Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Fielded at the 33. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Young here to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Young on first down. That is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Young to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And McPherson on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 72, Vikings 23. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first